Hello again, YouTube. I thought I'd do one more story, just one more video for today. I did the first video about Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from the Black Pills perspective, but I want to do one more video. Just came on mind about my childhood fighting stories. All of us as kids, right? The vast majority of us, maybe there's a few exceptions, but as kids in our childhood, we go through fights, right? And I just thought I'd share some of my childhood fighting stories throughout my childhood and even some in my adult life. I'm the knowledge seeker Leroy Clark, and let's get to sharing these stories. So my childhood fighting stories. I'm a 46-year-old man, but believe it or not, back in the 1800s, I was a child. And I was a kid growing up. And I remember just in school, kids are mean, kids are brutal. Kids are so mean. It's today kids are mean, like the kids in the past with pre-internet, pre-Facebook and all the social media. Are kids still mean? I believe they are, but man, these kids was brutal back when I was growing up. So yeah, I'm looking at, okay, kind of shiny. I thought it was snowing, like, oh no, okay. So here's the story. So as a kid growing up, I was just bullied, being a dark-skinned kid. I was kind of a taller kid, but I was dark skinned. I stood out, and when you stand out, you're gonna get bullied. So I got bullied, and there's one bully in particular stood out. I remember from my childhood. This was when I was a teenager. This kid was vicious. It was vicious. I'm gonna share the story with him. I'm gonna leave the names out, but he had a unique name, and his name showed that this kid was buff, big arms, like the leg muscles and everything. And this kid, I'm ashamed. I didn't even, the thought of fighting back when I was younger, interesting. If I can go back and tell my younger self, hey, fight back, do your push-ups, hit the gym. It just never occurred to me. I was always just felt like a victim. I guess I got bullied so much, but it changes when I got older. But I got bullied so much. For this kid, I was scared of this kid, and shamefully and embarrassing. Yeah, I did this kid homework. I was the nerd doing the homework. I did not want that smoke back then. So I'm doing this kid homework, and apparently I didn't do it to his liking. So I was on the bus. He was looking at the results from the homework. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna beat your ass when I get off this bus. This kid said this in front of the bus driver and all the other kids. He just blurted this out loud, and man, this bus ride felt long. My heart's pounding. I wish the bus ride was longer because I knew a whipping was coming when I got off that bus. And the thing about it, being a sub-5 kid, yes, I was a sub-5 kid. I consider that because how the teachers treated me, how the kids treated me. Being a sub-5 kid, I know the bus driver and all the other kids heard this, but they didn't do anything. They just, I guess, just want to let their ass whipping happen. And so nobody had my back. Nobody didn't say anything, so I'm I couldn't run. I'm on a bus, so I had to same bus stop as him because we lived in the projects, the Louisiana projects. So, but lucky for me, there was no guns involved, right? So at least there was that. But it's a little small town, 13,000 people. So yeah, I'm on the bus, waiting to get my ass whooping, like hearts pounding. So the bus stopped, and the bus driver let me out, and they heard this kid say this, and everybody said this. So he gets off the bus first, waiting for me to get off. And then I get off, and the bus driver kept going. It was just me and him, and yeah, he commenced to pounding me. And yeah, that was that. And after that was done, after being sore with the knots on my head, he gave me the work. And after that, I made sure his homework was done better. I laugh now, but that was terrifying, man. But my friend, I had a friend, believe it or not, as a sub-5, I had a friend. He was a little bit older. I say I was like maybe an 11-year-old kid. The guy, the buff kid, was like a year older than me. And my friend was like 14, 15. He seen this kid like abusing me. So my friend had enough. He was a good guy, my friend. He had other friends. Like, even though he was like much older, 14, 15, he shoot hoop with us, and he played with the rest of the kids our age and some kids the age. It's like we had a big basketball court, in the projects. But this kid had enough, and he stepped in and took care of the buff kid. And I watched this, and I was scared, like thinking that, hey, don't beat me. I didn't tell my friend to beat him up, but my friend did. And the big bully was getting beat so bad. He's like, man, I'm going home, man. I don't want no more. Like, my friend whooped his ass, and like that was funny. But yeah, the bully kid never messed with me since. Actually, the bully kid became friends with me, and I didn't have to do his homework no more, and we kind of hung out, which I was still kind of intimidated, but I'm like, hey, at least the kid, my bully's my friend now, so that worked out. Okay, so that was one of my childhood fight stories. Another one is, as I got older, for some reason, I didn't even think about fighting. I just wanted to be chill. I wanted peace. But as I got older, my rep in a little small town know that I didn't fight back much. So people was realizing that. And one guy in particular, another guy, was showing off in front of his girlfriends. I'm sub-5, so the guy that was showing off in front of his girls, he was probably maybe a 6 at best, maybe 5.5. So he wanted to impress the girls. So he just sucker punched me when we was walking back home from a club one night. We was all at the club just hanging out. I like to go to clubs and just hang out. I wasn't too good with the ladies, but I still like to go hang out with my friends and family. And we all walked back from the club from a little small town, and it was me, that guy, I won't say his name, and then my uncle, which ironically was 2 years younger than me because my grandmother had kids in her 40s, so he was considered my uncle, and my cousins. And we all walking, and all of a sudden this kid just sucker punched me, and the girls was with us too. And I didn't do nothing, of course. And my uncle seen this, because my uncle knew my reputation too, a couple years younger than me. I think I was 16 at the time. And my uncle was like 14, about to turn 15. And my uncle was like, what the fuck, Leroy? You're not gonna do nothing? And I said, nah, I'm good. I just want peace. And my uncle's like, nah, fuck, you hit him back. He hit you. And then the guy that hit me didn't say nothing, but I bet you the guy was like, oh shit, I didn't realize his family was in this crowd. And my cousin's like, no, you hit, when people hit you, you hit them back. And I was like, oh, they encouraged me. I feel this. So I'm like, yeah, I should. When I say I whipped that kid ass, I had that kid crying. I'm 16, and the kid that I fought, he was like 16, I think he was about a year older than me, but I had this kid cry for the first time in my life. I actually fought a bully back, and it was pretty impressive. I didn't know I had that in me, but yeah, and then I get much older, right? I'm in the military. I kind of have like a chill vibe. I'm in the military, and there's this another kid. I guess when I'm quiet and I stand out and I was sub-5, people just see it and like to pick on me. But this one kid was picking on me, and I walked away. I always was the type to just walk away. But he cornered me, and I leaned into him and started whipping his ass, and yeah, it was crazy. I didn't even know how to fight. At that time, I didn't even know how to ball a fist. I was just more of a wrestler, like what they call it, a brawler. I have a story on my channel when I got much older, and I learned how to fight shadow boxing now and do my punches and hooks and jabs and stuff. But even at that time, when I won those 2 fights from those 2 bullies, I didn't even know how to fight. I was more of always been strong. So I just grab them and choke them, and yeah, things like that. But yeah, that was my childhood, young adulthood fighting stories. Growing up as a sub-5 kid, as people perceive me as a sub-5 kid, I was always into some fights. I had to transfer quite a bit of schools because kids just see me. And back in those early days, particularly in Louisiana, hostile and brutal, even some of the kids that bullied me, I always had that strength. I remember this is a different story, but I pinned another bully down, hold him down. He couldn't do nothing, but I hold him down. But the thought never occurred to me that I can just start pounding this kid or lay into him because I had the upper strength. But I just always preferred peace. But now in my 40s, I'm practicing shadow boxing. I work out 3 times a day, every day. So I have it in me now. I have some skill in my fighting. But I always walk away first. I'll always, thankfully, because I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want to do nothing to people. I'm not much of a fighter, but these days, my proven track record, I can fight back now, and I did fight back. Not in my early youth, but as a young adult, as a late teen, and now as a middle-aged guy, and God willing, I'm making it to an older guy. I'll definitely fight back now. I'll walk away first, but yeah. What are your fighting stories? You have any fighting stories you'd like to share? Put them in the comments below. I'm the Knowledge Seeker, Leroy Clark, and have a good day and night. Bye.